Hey babes, and welcome back to a transformational Get Ready With Me. So I've been in a little bit of a funkish feel, maybe because I was on my cycle. And you know, sometimes we just have to remind ourselves of the quality babe that we are a babe of a different caliber, you know? And I don't know, getting cute for whatever reason just helps. I mean, for me at least. I'm talking hair, makeup, smelling good, feeling good. That's what we're gonna be doing today. And of course, as always, you're gonna love it, okay? I promise. If you watch my videos a lot, then you guys should know that when this scarf comes on, baby, there is a serious transformation coming up. And to get into this transformation today, the first step to unlocking my best self before even hair, makeup, install, any of that, I feel like I just always have to bask myself in a scent that kind of glorifies the vibe of the day. You know, how am I trying to feel later on today? What vibe am I going for? What type of occasion is it? You know what I mean? And that's always the case for me, especially when I'm filming. The top two steps of every filming process for me is always the right music and the perfect scent. But for today's transformation, thanks to Scentbird, I am one step closer to unlocking my best self. As of lately, I've been trying to find my scent, you know, my woman's scent, or maybe that's just my excuse for wanting to dive into a bunch of fragrances that fit my style. But girl, there is so much risk that comes with buying full-size bottles of perfume that I may not like in the next month or so. And with Scentbird coming to our rescue, I'm able to test drive all of the juicy fruit notes that are perfect for the summertime with no consequences, especially if you want to keep those warm weather vibes going all year round. You feel me? So Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service that gives you the opportunity to shop from over 600 brands. It is a flexible subscription, so you can skip any month, you know, without any penalties. Scentbird lets you choose a new designer fragrance to try every month for just $16. You know, every month you get to pick what you'd like to receive, so there are absolutely no surprises. And this month I'm trying out 3 new scents. I'm trying out Veronique Goodbye. I'm trying out the Brume. I hope I'm saying that right. And lastly, I'm trying out Gucci's Gucci Bloom fragrance. Yes, girl, Gucci. And this exact scent right here has a fresh and a very distinct floral scent. It almost makes me feel like I'm in the middle of a floral garden. Plus, it smells so mature. Maybe it's a little too mature for my current liking, but no worries, because with each fragrance, you'll get a 30-day supply. So you can try out different fragrances before committing to a full bottle. And Scentbird's vial is 8 times bigger than a regular perfume sample. And you know, if you change your mind about the scent of your choosing, you get to move right on to the next perfume or cologne, and you can even upgrade to receive 2 or 3 products a month. Scentbird carries top designer brands you've heard of, you know, like DKNY and their Juicy Be Delicious scent, as well as indie labels like Atelier Cologne with their zesty citrus forward Clementine California scent. And of course, all of the fragrances are 100% authentic because they work directly with brands. So yeah, I know it can be a little overwhelming, you know, working with so many scents and curating your own personal scent, but with Scentbird, all you'd have to do is just head over to their fragrance recommendation quiz, and based on your scent preferences, your previous purchases, and your quiz answers, they'll help you choose fragrances that you'll love. But yeah, again, with Scentbird, you can get a decent amount of high-end fragrances for just $16. And then of course, if you fall in love with the fragrance of your choice, you can decide to get a full-size bottle. And babes, in this life, please, I like enjoyments at a good price. So go ahead and use my code for 30% off, and it will only be $11 for your first month. And lastly, download their app. It's convenient and easy to use, and I'll be sure to put all the links down below for you guys to see. Now that we're smelling good and feeling good, we just need our hands to get the memo so we can work some magic on this hair and makeup, okay? So I wanted to create a style that I felt would embody me well. You know, some soft curls, soft highlights, layers. You guys will see what I mean. To create the look that I'm going for, the hair that I'll be using today is from West Kiss Hair. I used their hair last time and I loved it so much that I wanted to give it another go. Their hair is so soft and luscious, and most importantly, that lace. Girl, that lace. But I won't dwell on the coloring and bleaching technique for too long because, girl, if I did, we would be here all day. And also, this was my first time trying out a new technique. Like, I just didn't really know if it was going to turn out how I wanted it to. I'm not one to give a full tutorial on something that I'm just trying out for the first time, but I know some people would be curious and ask questions, so, you know, it was only right for me to just go ahead and add this bit. To get started on the bleaching process, I only touched up on the frontal part of the hair. Everything else was just tied up in the back, and I left some hair in the front for a cute little, you know, patch effect going on, and I made 3 rows on each side of the frontal, just like that. I have 1, 2, and 3. Using bleach powder and 50 volume developer, I coated the frontal patch and just make sure that I really saturated that hair, and then I went in with some foil to just seal that baby right up so that she can lighten up as much as possible. On that middle row on the side, I did like highlights, I guess. Ugh, girl, don't ask me. Like I told y'all, I was trying out something new in hopes that it would turn out well, but again, I just covered that baby right up with some bleach mix, and then I used some foil. So after some time, maybe about like 40-45 minutes, something like that, this is how much it lightened up. It was all red and brassy, so yeah, I was just not content with it. I wanted it to be a little bit lighter, so I went ahead and added a little bit more bleach on there so it can lighten up for a second time, but I didn't want to leave it on for too long, okay? Like I'm not trying to fry the hair or anything like that, but also I used this opportunity to quickly just coat those 2 other rows with using 20 volume developer, and I just let that sit in for like 20 minutes max. Like I didn't want that to be too light because, you know, it just wasn't the look that I was going for. But once I coated that all up, this is how I left it for some time, and then I just went ahead to wash and rinse all of that out. Now in this process right here, once the hair was all dried up, I coated up the lightest pieces using T15 toner, and then the brown bits that I lightened up with 20 volume developer, I just put this Revlon hair dye on it, and while those were processing, girl, I went straight in to bleach the knots. I was moving very quickly here to make sure that I could get everything in at the same time because I was not ready for this to be a 3-day process at all. Like I just wanted to get this thing done as quickly as possible and just be moving gingerly about my day, you feel me? When I was done with that, it didn't look half bad. Like, you know, it didn't look that great either, but the brown didn't show up as much, but it shows up in person but not on camera, so we're just gonna keep on moving with it. At this point, it was only right to just secure the whole look by styling it. The process and steps that I'm taking are the same ones that I always take, okay? I'm starting with a little bit of plucking to customize that hairline, and God forbid y'all ever catch me walking around with a helmet on my head, like no. So I just needed that hairline to be looking right, so I plucked it until my little heart was happy and content. And yeah, we took a lot of hair off, but the way that hairline was looking, like, oh my god, that hairline was looking so good. I seriously cannot wait to put it on. But using this cheese silk serum, I coated up the hair for some shine and luster, also just to, you know, bring some life to the hair. I also wanted some really bouncy curls on her, so with my Babyliss curling iron and I believe 1.5 inch, something like that, everything's gonna be linked down below for you guys to check out. I'm just curling her right up, and right after each curl, I'm using the Sebastian hairspray to just seal the deal. And y'all, oh my god, I don't know who needs to hear this, but just make sure you make a stop at TJ Maxx, Burlington, or even Marshall's first. I got both the serum and the hairspray at TJ Maxx, and sis, I did not even pay half of what the retail price was. I was honestly so shook. But yeah, the curls are looking good. I'm still gonna make a few tweaks to it once it's on my head, but I just wanted to kind of set a foundation for how I wanted to look. I sealed up the hairline using a comb, and I just sprayed some Got2b Freeze Blast spray on it, and then, you know, just kind of brush that hairline backwards and really tack it in. This just really seals in that hairline. And to seal up the rest of the hair, I'm just spraying it all down with using some more of that Sebastian hairspray. But once that's all done, it's looking good. I'm satisfied. So back to present day looks. Okay, so she is in need of some hair. Like that scarf was just not gonna do anything for me. It's a cute look, okay, it works, and skin was popping too. I love that for me, but this look isn't my best. It's time to finally install that wig. So I put that baby on, and I know someone is going to ask, so just for clarification, the original hairline of this wig was just not gonna work out for me, so I'm simply taking some of that hair out so that the hairline can better suit me and my face shape. And you know, just always remember that you don't have to settle for the hairline that the wig or frontal comes with. Like, you're very much free to always make it work for you in a way that flatters you the most, okay? But moving on, I'm cutting up all of that excess lace off, the lace by my ear and also on the front of the wig, and I'm just using a pair of scissors to do so. Just make sure that when you are cutting up that lace in the front, you are not cutting in a precisely straight line. Like, I promise you, that's where you're going to mess up. This is a good example of what you should do so that it's really easy to melt that in seamlessly. Once I have that back on my head, I'm bringing forward some of that hair in the front, and with the ORS hairspray, I'm spraying down the entire frontal, and then I'm just gonna seal it in and tie it right up using an elastic band. I don't know what it is, but this ORS spray never fails to be sold out. Like, every single time, every single location that I go to, and the sad part is I'm almost out, so I need to hurry and find some more, because once I'm fully out, like, that's gonna be a very sad case. days. Once that elastic band came off, it was giving very much scalp per usual, and all I had to do now was just lay my edges down. And y'all, this has to be my favorite part of any hair process because it's like that final confirmation that I'm almost done. Also, this is just one of those things that you just always have to keep playing around with it until you finish out with something that works for you. Like even me, with all the years that I've been doing hair, I still have those struggle days with my edges sometimes, you know? So yeah, the hair is done now and I'm actually feeling the look. Like I really do love it. But now that that's done and out of the way, it's finally time to get into the makeup.
Baby, follow my command, like zombie. Go down on me, with your body.
So we're finally at my favorite part. Like you can even tell how happy I was to be at this point. I had on the right music, my hair was intact, my skin was looking prepped and ready thanks to my new skincare products. Like what more could I ask for, you know? But to get started on this look, you guys know that I'm a brows first type of girl. So I'm brushing up my brows and I'm tacking them in place very, very well. I already have a I already have full brows, so I don't really have to do too much. So I just go ahead and fill it in lightly using a very cheap eyebrow pencil. This was from the Beauty Supply. It was probably like $1 or like 2 for $1 or something like that. And to conceal, I'm using both the Revolutions concealer in C13. I just use that to really define the bottom of my brows, you know, give me the shape that I really want. And then on the top, I like to go in with my foundation because the halo brow look, it's not for me. Okay, no ma'am, no sir. Once both of those steps are done, I blend out those products so that my brows can look kissable. You feel me? But I prime my face up with some primer, a tacky one at that. Like I really, really love this milk primer. My skin is also looking kissable. I'm sorry I keep bringing it up, y'all. To get to this point, it took a lot, okay? But I was even about to move straight into foundation before I quickly realized that I forgot to do my little blush hack. I would have been so upset if I realized later on, so thank God I remembered. I'm using this NYX Sweet Cheeks blush, and the trick is placing it at the highest point of your cheeks and then blending upwards because trust me, if you were not blessed with high cheekbones like me, once you do this trick, girl, you guys will see it for yourself. Like you will magically have cheekbones. Once that's done, now I can finally get into foundation, and I'm using this Too Faced foundation in Tiramisu. I don't know if you remember me using this same foundation but like in the matte formula in my extreme transformation video, but nah babe, like I had to switch it out. I just love the regular formula a lot better, especially for blending. So moving into contour. For contour, I have a bone to pick with y'all. Let's just have a chat about Miss Black Opal foundation stick real quick, because for some reason, every single establishment that I step into, every site that I've looked on, Ulta, Amazon, Walmart, Ebony Brown is always sold out. Ebony Brown is nowhere to be found. And I'm not saying it's because of me, but child, the math is mathing because God knows I bring up this product in every single video that I do my makeup in. So somebody help me understand why every other shade will be available everywhere I look except for Ebony Brown. Why now? Is it fair? Like ask yourself, is it fair? So please, can everybody just hold off on buying Ebony Brown so that I can find some to buy? Because why am I putting y'all on, but y'all have me out here suffering like this? Like what? Mind you, if I cry now, some people will say I'm being dramatic, but like this has been the only thing I used to contour, so you know, it's a little touchy. And you know, I got 2 other shades that were similar, but they just don't hit the same. Like I need Ebony Brown for real. But enough of that shit. I added some concealer, and it's the Juvia's Place one in shade number 9. Then for my nose, I'm just using the literal crumb of Ebony Brown that I have left to define my nose. And nowadays I just like using the brush now to apply it directly onto my nose. I don't know, it just gives me more control. I'm able to blend it better. There are no like harsh lines or anything like that. Like I literally just got a rhinoplasty in 30 seconds. Not that I needed it or anything, because you know, some people take that negatively, but I mean, it's just cool to be able to like sculpt your face and add definition wherever you please. Even with my cheekbones and contour, like it honestly amazes me every day how makeup helps us enhance our beauty. We're becoming our best selves with makeup. And some people will probably be like, you don't need makeup to make you feel good about yourself or to feel confident. Okay, cool. Go to your own wedding without any makeup. And no, you can't put on just lashes and lip gloss. Like, let's not lie to ourselves. Doing your makeup and learning how to do it well for your face is such a confidence booster. You know, when you look good, you feel good. Even when you smell good, you feel good. That's why I was more than happy to include fragrance into this get ready with me, because smelling good, especially as a woman, girl, confidence just shot up 10 points. And the idea of Scentbird just makes sense. You know, you get to try out different scents, find out what works for you, what flatters you the best, what scents really work for brunch or a night out. If you're loving the idea just as much as I am, again, don't forget to use my code LEX for 30% off. But girl, not me going off on a tangent. Let's get back to this makeup. So yeah, now I'm adding some depth into my eyes, and I'm using that face powder from L'Oreal, and I also use it to define my nose a little bit more. Once I was done, all I had to do now was just bring some definition to my lashes, and as soon as that is on, look at how beautiful that looks. Oh my god. I get loads of questions on what lashes I use, so I'll be sure to put the link down below for you guys this time around. I just seriously cannot do my lashes on camera, so I always forget to mention what lashes I use. But for the lips, these lips have to look kissable, okay? So I just did my magic with a little bit of lip liner and gloss. This has to be one of my favorite parts, because just look at how it seals the deal. Look at how it changes my face. And with some setting spray as the final step, I am officially done with my makeup. But girl, not you trying to leave the video now. As you can see, the hair still needs a little bit of work. It's giving body right now, but I want it to be red carpet ready, you hear me? So I just tweaked up the curls a little bit for some more body. And this time around, I'm using the Babyliss curling wand, and this is in their like 1-inch wand, I believe. Once I curl that up and spray it down, I'm just going in with a white tooth comb to kind of comb it out a little bit, make it look a bit more natural, and just look at how much flow this hair has. West Kiss, I am obsessed. To finish up this video, my get ready with me and transformation is complete. You know, I'm feeling like a painting now. Also, please guys, do not forget to save me some ebony brown, please. But yeah, y'all can go now, class is dismissed, and as always, I will see you all in my next video.